What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the Mid-Level Media channel, your hub for everything physical media and entertainment. I am Ken. Today, guys, we are here for the Physical Media Report, episode 193. That is right, guys, your weekly dose of physical media goodness, where we talk about everything new and exciting in the world of Blu-ray and 4K. And you know what? We actually got some cool stuff to talk about. And this is the first Physical Media Report of the new year. So happy New Year, everybody. Hope you had a great holiday. I am, of course, doing a pre-recorded on StreamYard edition of Physical Media Report because it is a holiday and I'm trying to spend at least some quality time with my family today, and everybody's home and it's just crazy right now. So this is a pre-recorded episode. I hope you don't mind. This is not edited, so if I screw up, mess up like I usually do, I'm not going to be able to edit anything out, so I apologize. You're getting a completely unhinged look at Mid-Level Media Ken in 2024, and it's not pretty. It's not a pretty look, guys. But yeah, before we get into talking about everything, like, comment, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Let me know what gets your juices flowing in 2024 in the comment section below, and let's go ahead and get into it. I don't have any rumors or anything to talk about. I did see the Oceans trilogy floating around, some steelbooks of that on 4K, but I couldn't really find like official confirmation. So that's a rumor, I guess, that we can kind of briefly discuss, but I didn't bring those images over. But what we do have to talk about today is just Walmart continuing to kill it in the steelbook world. And look, I'll be honest, I'm still a little bit worried about there being no Best Buy in 2024 and the lack of steelbook options, but Walmart is kind of relieving that worry a little bit just with constant steelbook announcements. It feels like every single week we're getting some cool stuff. And we are continuing the Vestron line of steelbooks, which started last year with Maximum Overdrive, with Shivers. Getting a Blu-ray Steelbook, Walmart exclusive. I think this is going for $19.96, and it is available to pre-order right now on the Walmart website for March the 5th is when that's coming out. Sorry, guys. $19.96 on March the 5th. And there's nothing new here in terms of special features. I heard some criticism, like, why aren't they doing this in 4K? They're re-releasing it. Why not 4K? I don't know, guys. I would have to assume that if Vestron's going to start doing 4K, that they're probably going to go back from the beginning and do all their stuff in 4K, but I guess they could do random stuff. I would assume they do a regular slipcover version before they do a steelbook of the 4K, and they probably would start with Maximum Overdrive, I feel like, at this point, because that's probably the most mainstream title that they have in their collection. I mean, somebody can correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like that's the most mainstream title that they have. But yeah, Shivers, this one was kind of odd to me because I don't feel like this is a huge movie. I feel like The Gate would have been a cool steelbook to put out next, but yeah, sure, Shivers. This one came out, I think, in 2020, along with the next title that we're talking about. I'm not the biggest fan of Shivers, but I'd be lying if I said that this is not a very cool steelbook, and I might very well get it on March the 5th. So let me know if you're excited for Shivers in the comment section below. This is the one that I will most certainly get on March the 5th, and that is Little Monsters. Is getting a Blu-ray Steelbook as well. Really awesome artwork on this. I love this artwork. And this is a movie that I've grown up with. I watched Little Monsters when I was a little kid, and it used to scare me when I was a kid, but I watched it a few years ago with my kids. And it's a pretty, fun little harmless kind of gateway horror movie for kids. And it's got Fred Savage. It's got Howie Mandel as a little blue demon guy. And it's just about, a world of monsters living under a kid's bed. It's kind of the Monsters, Inc. Before Monsters, Inc. It kind of reminds me of that a little bit. But it's a good movie. It's a fun movie. And I think that Steelbook's awesome. Yes, Little Monsters, I have it, the Vestron edition slipcover. But I need a Steelbook, right? We need a nice Steelbook of Little Monsters. I'm not going to complain about that. Again, that is a Walmart exclusive. I believe it's going for $19.96. And you can pre-order it now. It's coming out on March the 5th. So, but again, another title I would assume that would be a good pick to put out in Steelbook form from Vestron for sure. Again, I would love to see Earth Girls Are Easy come next, but another one that's coming out from Lionsgate, and this one is not a part of the Vestron video line. This is just a separate Blu-ray release that I believe they had at one point. Now they're putting out in Steelbook form, and that is Jean-Claude Van Damme's Kickboxer is getting a very nice Steelbook from Walmart. And a lot of people were disappointed with this one. Why is this not 4K? I get it. We're getting stuff like Bloodsport on 4K. We're getting Hard Target on 4K. People want their Van Damme in 4K. And look, I completely understand. But this one is a Blu-ray Steelbook only. So, yeah, it's disappointing. I'm not gonna lie. I'm disappointed that these are not 4Ks. It would be cool if they were, but they're Blu-rays, and I don't own Kickboxer at all. So this will be a first time dip for me, and that one comes out. I believe that one's also available to pre-order for 1996, and it comes out on March the 5th. A lot of these steelbooks come out on March the 5th, guys. So get your wallets ready. But in addition to those three new steelbooks that we announced, we also have repressings of the past Lionsgate steelbooks, some of their more popular ones that are supposed to be coming out on March the 5th as well, shown right here. So look at this. We got American Psycho coming back into print. We got Reservoir Dogs coming back into print. Hell or High Water coming back into print. We got Dread coming back into prints, and we got Hacksaw Ridge coming back into print as well as Highlander. But I think that Highlander and Reservoir Dogs of these images are both Blu-rays. I did not see 4K steelbooks of either one of those. So just know that, because Lionsgate never did Blu-ray steelbooks for these. So these are completely new steelbooks with different makeups inside. They may have the DVD in there as well, but these are Blu-ray DVD combo packs when it comes to Highlander Reservoir Dogs, whereas American Psycho, Hell or High Water, Hacksaw Ridge, and Dread are all 4K Blu-ray Steelbook combo packs. So I'm kind of excited for this because I missed out on Hacksaw Ridge, and I love that movie. I don't know why I never got it. It was a movie that I just felt like I didn't need because I had the regular 4K and I wasn't double dipping as much, I guess, 2 or 3 years ago. I would have totally got it now, but I'm glad that they're putting it back because now I get the chance to pick that one up, because I do love Hacksaw Ridge and I am kind of a completionist when it comes to Lionsgate Steelbook. So I'm glad they're giving me another opportunity here, because I think there's a couple other ones that I need as well, like Clerks 3, the 4K Steelbook of that as well. So yeah, take another look at this. These are all be available on March the 5th. So if you missed out on any of these, I know American Psycho is a big one for people because that was an awesome Steelbook, maybe the best of that year. Won a Clio Award. And I helped with that. My Oscar's up there, guys, if you were wondering. But yeah, these repressings of Lionsgate Steelbooks, hopefully they go back and they do a lot of them, a lot of them that aren't available now, because, they were Best Buy exclusive. And with Best Buy going away, that's not going to be an option anymore. So hopefully Walmart brings all of them, back into circulation. Sicario as another one that I never grabbed. But all right, let's go ahead and I got a lot of information on my phone here, so I'm gonna look at it real quick. Real professional, right? Let's get into Fear and Desire on 4K. This got announced last week. We talked about this before. I believe this is a Stanley Kubrick movie, one of his very early movies, maybe his first movie. This is coming out from Kino Lorber on February the 27th, and there are going to be 2 new audio commentaries of this as well. So definitely very cool. I don't think there's anything in terms of like new features and stuff, but Kino does a good job usually providing new audio commentaries with their releases, and their 4Ks always look great. The ones that they've done of Kubrick so far are really great. Like The Killing and Paths of Glory were both really awesome transfers. So yeah, Fear and Desire, I'll definitely pick this one up at some point. Probably in a sale down the line. It'll probably be pretty cheap at like $14.99, since it is a shorter movie. I think at like 60 minutes or something, this one is. So let me know if you're excited for Fear and Desire. A lot of people are very excited about Kino's announcement of Rampage, and they just announced this. There's no official dates or special features or details or anything like that, but this is a movie directed by William Friedkin that Kino Lorber is going to be putting out, and that one's supposed to be coming out early 2024. So yeah, Rampage coming out from Kino Lorber on 4K. Sometime in early 2024. So, which kind of leads me to wonder, did they, are they good on putting out William Friedkin 4Ks now that he's passed away, and now that they don't have to deal with him anymore? Because I also heard rumors of them getting Bug back. And putting that out on 4K, which I'm kind of disappointed by, because I just purchased that imprint title. Now they're going to put it out on 4K because they don't have to deal with William Friedkin anymore. So, but I mean, I'm all for it. More Friedkin films on 4K would definitely be awesome. Rampage, I know he's got a couple other ones that they could probably put out on 4K as well. So yeah, let me know if you're excited for Rampage. I don't know too much about this movie, so I'm excited to be able to check it out for the first time. We also got an MVD Rewind collection release, Mean Guns, which has a very interesting cast. You got Christopher Lambert's from Highlander, and you got Ice-T. And I think this is a movie from 1997, some kind of a crime gangster film. So cool. I love the MVD Rewind collection. They always do really good work. And this one comes out on April the 9th. And there's going to be 3 new interviews in this set as well. So commentaries and just the full thing. So I'm excited to get Mean Guns just on Blu-ray, not a 4K. But let me know if you're excited for that in the comment section below. We also got Michael Mann's Ferrari is getting a Blu-ray release on March the 12th. And this is coming out from Decal Releasing. So I guess, usually with Decal Releasing, we'll get a Blu-ray. And then a few months later, we'll get a 4K. So I would hesitate a little bit on picking up that Blu-ray, and maybe we'll get a 4K announcement a couple months down the line. But I'm excited to watch that movie. It's got Adam Driver in it, Penelope Cruz, Shailene Woodley. I mean, it's a great cast, and it's Michael Mann. And I've heard, conflicting things about it, but I've heard mostly positive things, I feel like. So definitely want to check that one out at some point. But yeah, that's coming out on Blu-ray on March the 12th. We also got Anyone But You. This is a new romantic comedy. Sydney Sweeney, Glenn Powell. This is coming out on Blu-ray. And I don't have the date because there is no date. It says early 2024. This is coming out from Sony. So I know this one just came out in the theaters. I don't think it was getting like rave reviews or anything, but it's cool to see the romantic comedy genre get some love and put out new movies in the theaters, get new physical releases. I'm all for it. I'll check it out at some point, probably when it hits Netflix. So I probably won't buy that Blu-ray. This is a movie that I'm actually very excited to see now. Hopefully, maybe in the theaters, but if not, I will wait for the 4K or the Blu-ray. And that is The Color Purple. It got a 4K and Blu-ray announcement. They're available to pre-order on Amazon right now and Groove, I think. So this is the new Color Purple movie, but I absolutely loved the original from 1985, and I've heard nothing but great things about this one. I know it leans more on the musical side, even though the original was kind of musical as well, just not as much. But yeah, I'm excited to check this out because I like me a good musical, and I've heard some really great things about this movie, and I'm happy it's getting a 4K. So I might just wait till it comes out on 4K and pick it up and watch it then. All right, guys, if you're ready, we have got the Vinegar Syndrome announcements for January. And if you remember last January, that was huge. That was a huge start to the year for Vinegar Syndrome. We got From Beyond on 4K. We got Sidekicks on 4K, new VSU. I was very excited for all things Vinegar Syndrome at the beginning of last year. This year, not so much. But when I started to get to looking at some of the titles they're putting out this month, I was like, you know what? There is some really good, interesting stuff coming out. One of which is a Walter Hill title that they announced this morning, coming out with a fresh new VSU. This would be number 8 in the VSU line. So I got to get it. And that is Walter Hill's Southern Comfort is getting a nice 4K box set. And this is a movie with Fred Ward in it. And I'm excited for this because I read the premise of this movie. It's about some Vietnam vets that, go to do something down the Louisiana swamps, and they are basically hunted by the locals that live there. So it sounded like a pretty cool premise. And, it's named after an alcoholic beverage. So it has to be a great movie, right? And I'm running out of things to say about this movie because I don't know too much about it, but I'm excited to watch it because I love Walter Hill as a director. And I think this has a bunch of new interviews, including an interview with Walter Hill. It's got a new commentary. And yeah, I know this has a Screen Factory, Shout Factory release, but I'm definitely down to pick this up and check it out. More Walter Hill box sets in the collection is always a good thing, in my opinion. So yeah, Southern Comfort got announced for 4K. We also got The Horrible Dr. Hickok. I believe is how you pronounce that. And I don't know too much about this. I know it's a gothic horror film from probably the 60s or 70s is what it looks like. But I did pre-order this one. I pre-ordered this and Southern Comfort, and I'm excited to watch both. This is a 4K, so I'm sure it's going to look beautiful in 4K. Vinegar Syndrome, you can say what you want about their movies, but their 4K transfers, like I just watched Existence, and that was one of the most beautiful transfers I've ever seen, like ever. And they're always doing that with their transfers. They just do some of the best work ever. So I'm excited for this one as well, guys. We also got the Forgotten Gialli, Volume 6. So this is a collection of Forgotten Giallo films. And I love Giallo movies, but I think I have one of these box sets in the collection, and I haven't checked out any of the movies in that. So I got some catching up to do with this line before I dive into another box set. But cool that they're keeping it going, and I love Giallo, so it's always good to see more love for those. And then we got this weird ass collection of movies. I watched the trailer on this, and it was just batshit insane. It's got a girl, half tiger. This is, I think, a collection of Asian movies, Santet 1 and 2. And the premise is this girl like goes out in a swamp and there's this crocodile woman that gives her like special powers. And yeah, there's two of them. So if you're interested in that, read up on it because I'm explaining it horribly, but it seemed cool to pick up maybe in a $10 sale later on down the line. Which, speaking of the sale, which we'll talk about other sales here in a second, but if you get on the Vinegar Syndrome website right now, you can pre-order all these new titles. This is the only place you can pre-order these titles: Southern Comfort, Dr. Hickok, Forgotten Gialli, and Santet. You can only get them right now on the website. There's going to be more announcements this week on there as well. I'm going to try to do a live stream at some point this week, just running this down more in depth. But yeah, you have to get these on the website. But if you get on the website right now, they have daily deals, and they got stuff on sale for 10 and 15 bucks, mostly 15 bucks, but there's a couple titles I believe for $10. And get into the partner labels a little bit. I'll run these down fully when I do my live stream, which I think I'm probably going to do it tomorrow night. This is the big one. This is Never Surrender, a Galaxy Quest documentary, and this is also available on the Vinegar Syndrome website under their partner label banner. This is coming out from ETR Media, and I know, there's a lot of people that are big fans of Galaxy Quest. I don't know if this was like a YouTube a documentary at one point. Wasn't this like available to get off of VOD at one point? But now it's available to get in physical form on Blu-ray, and this looks like a really cool set. I honestly, I need to see this movie. I've never seen Galaxy Quest. I've never been the biggest Star Trek fan, so I never watched it. And I've seen a lot of the Star Trek movies now, so I feel like I would get it a little bit more if I watched it now. But it's got freaking Tim Allen in it, Sigourney Weaver, Alan Rickman. I don't know why I haven't watched it because I'm sure I would love it. That's a great cast, but I just haven't ever seen it. So I probably won't get this, but I will say if you're a fan of the Galaxy Quest movie, you maybe want to get this like now because this thing only has 1,000 copies and it may be sold out by the time I put this video up. But definitely check the site and check that out if you're a Galaxy Quest fan and want a physical version of that movie. So that's it for the announcements, guys. Let's jump over to Blu-ray.com and check out some of the deals that we got going on. Like I said, there's some deals on the Vinegar Syndrome website going on. But the deals going on Amazon right now are actually pretty darn good. I will link them all below if you want to check them out. Go ahead and get into the deals, guys. We got War of the Worlds on 4K for $11.99. We got Trading Places on 4K for $13.99. We got Rosemary's Baby on 4K for $13.99. See, these are all recent Paramount titles, very cheap. I actually got Trading Places this morning. So yeah, because I never picked that one up because I was waiting till it would go on sale. Really nice slipcover on that, and I do enjoy the movie a lot. I do have the Paramount Presents release, which is why I was reluctant, but I figured I'd go ahead and get it. So yeah, Trading Places on 4K, $13.99. Avatar: The Way of the Water. The Way of Water, sorry guys, $22.99. 1883 is $13.99. We also got Top Gun 2-pack collection, $21.99. Raiders of the Lost Ark on 4K for $13.99. Avatar is $22.99. Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny on Blu-ray is $19.99. I think that's misleading though, because I clicked on that and it was actually $24.99, which the 4K of Indiana Jones is actually $24.99 right now. Ninja Turtles, the 2014 one is $11.99. Scream 6 is currently $13.99. So jump on that because that's actually a good deal for that. It rarely gets down that low. I was lucky to get it when it got down to like $9.99 at one point, but $13.99 is a good deal for that new 4K. Blue Beetle on Blu-ray is $14.95. Blue Beetle on Blu-ray, say that 5 times fast. Expendables 4 on 4K is $21.99. We got Indiana Jones Temple of Doom is $13.99. 1923 is $13.99. Oppenheimer on 4K is $27.99. The French Dispatch on Blu-ray is $3.99. Office Christmas Party, it's not too much of a deal. It lowered down $1, but it's $18.99. If you want Time Bandits on Blu-ray from the Criterion Collection, that's $17 right now. So definitely a good price for that. The ET Lunchbox thing is still $29.99. So they're still trying to give that thing away. Mission Impossible 4K is $25.99. And that's pretty much it. I feel like Expendables on Blu-ray for $17.99. But there are some really good deals that I definitely wanted to highlight here today. So let's back up and let's get into the new releases this week. I'll take this down real quick and then I'll put it up because I actually have some visuals for the new releases. Not too many new releases this week. We have The Holdovers coming out on Blu-ray for $22.99, which I will say, I watched this last night on Peacock. Really good movie. I really enjoyed the movie, but it is on Peacock right now. So if you have Peacock, maybe watch it on Peacock. See if it's worth picking up for $22.99 on Blu-ray for you, because what Universal likes to do is they like to put stuff out on Blu-ray, and then 6 months later, they like to put it out on 4K. Now, I'm not saying they'll do that with The Holdovers. They might not, but I feel like they might, especially if it gets some Oscar buzz, gets nominated, and maybe even wins the Oscar. They'll most certainly put it out on 4K then. But The Holdovers will be available $22.99 tomorrow. Really good movie, though. I do recommend it. It is a good movie. We also got the Apu trilogy from the Criterion Collection coming out tomorrow for $87.49. This is one that you could probably wait for the sale on this one. That's a very steep price. I feel like you can probably get that for $50 when it goes on sale on the flash sale, maybe in March or April when they do that, or just wait all the way till July when they do the Barnes & Noble sale. Trying to save you guys some money here as we start the new year. Forced Vengeance with Chuck Norris is coming out from Shout Studios tomorrow for $27.99. Not too familiar with this title, but looks pretty cool. Chuck's an awesome guy. The Facts of Murder is coming out from Radiance Films for $26.98. I actually do have this in the collection. I need to watch it sooner rather than later because it looks like a really interesting film. And Radiance is doing some really great work right now. And we also have The Marsh King's Daughter coming out from Lionsgate for $16.99. I haven't seen anything with Daisy Ridley since The Rise of Skywalker, and that was garbage. So, but I know she's done some movies since that other people have said are also garbage. So I don't know what is it about Daisy Ridley. She's not a bad actress or anything. I'm not trying to say anything bad, but she's not picking the best projects post Star Wars, it feels like. But that's The Marsh's Daughter. Comes out for $16.99. Not a bad price from Lionsgate. So there you have it, guys. There is my very jumbled, all over the place physical media report, episode 193. God, we are only 7 away from episode 200. That is crazy. So appreciate you guys watching, though. Like, comment, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Turn on those bell notifications for all future videos, and we'll see you next time.